Just a little bit of space travel masquerading as a loading screen. Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. Okay, skip that. So, welcome to Planet Aridia. It's a bit of a different atmosphere than the last couple of planets we've been on. It's also got a nice, kind of relaxing background music. Oh yeah, by the way, all this brown stuff, that's quicksand. You don't wanna swim in that. This isn't your local swimming pool. Unfortunately, we have no new weapons to purchase, but that's okay. That means we can start banking our bolts for something more expensive down the line. Let's go over here first. Oh, well, hello, Skid McMarks. That was easy.
It's him, Skid McMarks.
That man from the infobot.
In the flesh, little dude. You guys get a load of that epic space battle I was in?
We saw you, screaming for help.
That was like a war cry. My agent and I got ambushed on the way to hoverboard practice.
Did he survive the crash, sir?
Yeah, he's okay. But I've had a little trouble getting back to my ship due to my sprained ankle.
Oh, come on.
If you can take out all the sand sharks, I just might have a spare hoverboard for you.
We'd love to help you, Mr. McMarks, but Ratchet and I need to find Captain...
One of your boards? I've always wanted a decent hoverboard. Well, alright. You just keep that foot elevated.
Well, I like how we're doing this, not because we need to, but because we're being bribed. Okay, so, we gotta clear out all of the sand sharks and all of the sand shark generators to help Skid McMarks. If you do not have the porositor yet, it is imperative that you buy it beforehand, because it will be very, very useful. Fortunately, the game does us a solid and actually tracks all of these sand sharks and sand shark generators. Sand shark generators. Man, I don't think I'll ever be good at words. Oh, there's a gold bolt over there. But there's no immediate obvious way to get there. That's okay. You can just make your own way. If you bomb this wall, you can get back there and get that golden booty. Alright, that should be 6? I think that's 6 gold bolts. Oh, we're already more than an eighth of the way there. Making good progress. Really? It's already been an hour? Feels like we just got started. Re-equip the porositor. While I'm thinking about it, you can also assign gadgets to your quick select. So now we can just do that and get the swing shot. That'll come in handy later. Oh boy, that's a lot of them. That's okay, we're well equipped for this. Generator. They give out a lot of bolts. That's always good. Feast on this. Crispy sand shark. I hear it's a local delicacy. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not, like, that I'm not as well experienced in this, you know, constantly spouting funny jokes and all that. It's just, I don't know, this is just a kind of nice, relaxing thing, so I'm just kind of trying to, you know, mellow out and all that. So it's harder than you think to try to keep coming up with dynamic commentary all the time. I'm certainly trying, though, and I'm trying to get better at it. Let's see, there's still 2 sand sharks left. Thankfully, there's no more generators. Oh, found him. You get special treatment. You get meleeed.
Here, man. Catch.
A brand new Z3000. You can't even buy these.
Well, I got a bail. Catch you dudes at the hoverboard races.
Oh, rad. We got a hoverboard. Neat. It's like a skateboard, except it hovers. It's the entertainment of the future. Sadly, face plants are still common. Okay, so we can jump through this crashed spaceship to make our way back to our ship. Then we can actually start exploring Aridia properly. We can use this lifter platform to get back. Let's see. Oh, we've got some welder bots. Yeah, unlike the that we saw before, they will actually sweep a flamethrower at you. Fortunately, they can't, like, walk towards you while you're doing it, so just stay out of their range and pelt them with your blaster. First, pick the sand sharks. By the way, if you want to exchange between 2 particular weapons or gadgets quickly, just double tap the triangle button. You'll switch between the last 2 weapons you equipped. This makes it useful in situations where you may need to use a combination of weapons in order to dispatch a variety of enemies that are clumped together. So, for example, you can quickly switch to your peroxider to deal with close quarters threats, then switch to your blaster to target longer range enemies. Hey there! Oop, I'm stuck on a rock. Okay, so we have 2 ways to go. Let's go left first. The Defender Adventurer Manual always states, when you're at a fork, go left first. It also states other things like always wash your hands before you eat. It's done me pretty well so far. So yeah, as you can see, you will need the swing shot to be able to get through this area, so if you don't have it, you'll have to come back later. Let's see, aim at L1. Oh yeah. I like to put explosive crates right in your landing zone because developers are mean like that. That takes care of that. Oh, now that's just mean. There we go. Now it's less mean. Okay, now... No, I want to blow that up, please. And then escape. Now, what I want to do might seem a little crazy, but... Oh. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh well. Guess right now we'll just pick up a new gadget.
Yes!
This is the Trespasser. Got a lock you need to get through? The Trespasser can handle that. Unfortunately, it will require a little bit of puzzle solving to be able to do, but, you know, for an intrepid adventurer like yourself, I'm sure you got the brain power for it. There's actually, underneath this platform, a smaller spinning one, which leads to a gold bowl. Okay, now, pull out the swing shot, because... there's a target somewhere in this room. Bingo. Okay, so let's put that Trespasser to good use. Just stand on the platform and push circle. Okay, so the goal of the Trespasser puzzle is to move all of the lasers to hit all of the red diodes. You can change between rings by pushing up and down. Once all of them are green, it unlocks. Alright, so now we can add breaking and entering into the list of things that we're good at. Now we can head back to the main path. Sorry about that. Oh, hello. Don't do a 180 on me like that, camera. Yeah, by the way, most of the area here is nothing but quicksand, so don't fall. That was pretty. See, I think there's more sand sharks in this area, so get our Parositor ready. No, the swing shot isn't going to help us here. Yeah, you can grab onto ledges in this game. Sometimes you can even shimmy across them by pushing left and right. You can drop from a ledge by pushing R1. I hope the sound of beeping like that doesn't make people nervous. It's all for a good cause, lining my pockets. ammo. Yeah, this is where shimmying comes into play. Just give me all the money. Oh, apparently I'm full. Excellent. Alright, okay. Onwards then. Oh, there's Skid's agent.
No signal whatsoever. This downtime is killing me.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found.
Hey, we saw you on that info bot. You're Skid's agent.
Was Skid's agent. I haven't seen him since our ship crashed. And an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I could be the next Skid McMarks.
I'm sensing different priorities here. Okay, so bring the prize from the hoverboard races. Unfortunately, we can't do that here, so we'll have to come back later. That's okay. Oh, don't careen off the edge. Okay, now, it's gonna be a little risky, but see that corner platform over there that's in the quicksand? We're gonna jump to that. Yeah, if you land in a quicksand, it won't immediately kill you. You have, I think it's 2 jumps that you have to get back on solid ground before the quicksand fully pulls you under. So, you know, it's something to avoid. But by jumping over here, you can explore this little pocket of the map, and inside this truck, find another gold bolt. Rad. Okay, now, fortunately, I don't think we can jump directly to the transport canister, so, whoop, that's not good. I think, long jump to this, and then, long jump back to here. Alright. That takes care of everything we can do on our first visit to Aridia. Let's take the transport canister back to the ship. See, I think we should be full. Yep, we're full. Alright. Alright. Where to now? Well, there's really only one place we can go that we haven't been. Eudora. And we're off. Meanwhile, aboard Executive Chairman Drek's flagship, Eudora Orbit.
Yes, quite lovely. That should just about do it. Commander, we are finished with this world. Commence towing our planet to its next destination. Lieutenant!
Yes, sir.
You have fulfilled your tree quota. Barely.
We are ready to return to base.
Not so fast, Lieutenant. Just because we don't need any more trees doesn't mean they should have them. Destroy everything.
Spoken like a true businessman. Alright, well, welcome to the logging site on the planet Eudora. It's a bright, cheery place that's currently being dismantled right in front of our eyes. Let's put a stop to that, shall we? Excuse me. First, we gotta check the Gadgetron vendor for new wares. Ooh!
I got some great bargains for you today.
There is a new weapon. The Glove of Doom. Now, the glove itself is not what causes doom, but rather it's the little capsules inside the glove. The Glove of Doom lets you deploy a small egg of mini robots. They will chase down and ankle bite anything that gets too close to them. For example, you should be able to see them go, yeah, just like that. So if you're feeling a little alone in the universe, just toss out a few eggs from the Glove of Doom and watch them go to work. Be careful though, they can only melee attack things, so things that are flying or far away or, you know, dangerous, you might have a little bit of trouble with. But because they can chase enemies, they can distract them for you. So they're a handy support tool to have. And oh hey, there's a gold bolt up there. Can't high jump from there. You can high jump from here. Ta-da! And thankfully that's the planet's only gold bolt. You don't have to worry about that anymore. See, these little saw bots are not very durable, but their buzzsaws will cut you apart if they get the chance, so smack them first. Let's see. We don't actually have anything we can replace in our quick select. So we'll just keep the Glove of Doom for now. The Glove of Doom is probably my least favorite weapon in this game, if only because it's not direct. You know, I'm not attacking things myself, so it just feels a little uninvolved. But still, it's a handy tool to have. No question about it. Okay, so let's go over here first. As you can see by this pad and lock, you will need the trespasser to get through here, so let's see. So these two are connected, so we'll just do that. Don't worry, the trespasser puzzles will become much harder later on, so you can look forward to that. Okay, so we got a little bit of platforming here. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but it helps us cross the gap anyway. Use the bolt crank. Bring some Versa targets into range. We'll use this bolt crank to get some platforms. Now you want to be careful here. The platforms kind of rise up and down, which means that it can actually mess up your jumps if you're not careful. Using the glide will help stabilize you, so it's well worth using. Then just a simple long jump. This target going. Zwip! Trespasser lock. Ah, this one implements panels. Panels will block lasers. They can't go through them, so you'll need to make sure you position them properly to avoid having them interfere with your locks, or with guiding the lasers. Oh, there's the commander, T-posing to assert his dominance.
You sure showed him.
I suppose I did.
Is your current occupation leaving a rotten taste in your mouth? Then you need to know about BTS, Blog Tactical Research Station. Hi, I'm Supreme Executive Chairman Drek, and we here at BTS are seeking motivated individuals to fill positions in these exciting careers. Grind boot tester, warhead assembly technician, mutant animal husbandry, robot repairman, suck cannon test dummy, and administrative assistant. So call BTS. Build our weapons while you build your future.
I'm calling BTS today.
Now we're talking. Did you see all the cool gadgets they're making? Let's go get some.
No, we must continue our search for Captain Quark.
You're absolutely right.
I am?
Sure. We need to find Quark. Although when we find him, wouldn't it be nice to be able to tell him where Chairman Drek is?
I suppose.
Well, we go to the space station and talk to the scientists. They work for Drek, so they're bound to know where he is.
I am unsure.
Oh, you need to go?
about
Okay,
your
see you
logic.
later.
You think too much. Come on, let's go.
See, kids, you don't need a college degree for lucrative job opportunities. After all, you could be eaten alive, and you don't need a college education for that. Kinda makes me wonder why I even went into higher education anyway. But enough about that. Because if I think about it too long, it's gonna make me real sad. Alright, so now we can begin exploring the planet properly. You, come over here. Thank you. A little bit of a wall jump. All right. Get some extra bolts and some nanotech if we need it, which we don't, thankfully. A few more saw bots. Got an axe bot over there. No prizes for guessing what it'll do if you get too close to it. But thankfully, because of the blaster, we don't have to get too close to it. No, I want that. Give it to me. There's a lot of bolt cranks around here. That kind of makes sense. You know, this is supposed to be like a temporary logging operation, so they probably didn't want to go to the trouble of constructing a real bridge to get anywhere. Oh well, makes it more easy for us. Well, those guys are wielding blasters as well. Fortunately, their eyesight is real bad, so they can't see us from here. So yeah, Eudora's probably one of the simpler planets available. I mean, there's only 2 paths you can choose from, and one of them requires the trespasser to get through, so if you didn't get the trespasser on your first time, you can only go through the main route. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Fill you full of hot plasma. Man, I gotta admit, this is super nostalgic for me. I mean, I remember playing, I guess I was 9 when this game came out? It came out in 2002, so I would have been, yeah, I guess it was right about 9 or so. Hold on, I gotta get rid of this guy before I can continue reminiscing. But yeah, this is a real blast from the past right here. It's so strange that this series has been around for, I guess, 17 years now at this point. It's a long time. I mean, yeah, it's not the longest franchise in existence, but, you know, 17 years of being around, that's still a pretty good chunk of time for a video game series. Especially considering that, I guess, like, the oldest mascot that we would know would be, like, Pac-Man. And he's almost 40 years old. I guess that really puts into perspective how still kind of young the industry is. That, like, one of the oldest characters is only about 40. And I know that, like, console video games are older than that. I mean, if I remember correctly, the first, like, oh, darn it, man. I'm trying to tell the nice people's story. Please, thank you. Like, the first video game console that was available for home use, if I remember correctly, was, I think, the Magnavox Odyssey, which was released in 1972. And that's only about 47 years old, so as far as video games in the home are concerned, they haven't even been around half a century yet. That's actually kind of surreal to think about it, considering that now it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And, you know, we have now esports as a viable sport. I mean, I know sports in the title, but esports have not been taken seriously by, you know, like television studios and all that stuff, like the general public, until just a couple of years ago. So, you know, it's really kind of surprising to see how far we've come in less than half a century. We went from needing like a plastic sheet on a television in order to be able to play video games to hundreds of thousands of people watching other people play video games competitively for cash prizes. I mean, just think about, like, the consoles that we have now. I mean, this is PlayStation 2. This game came out in 2002, and in the span of only 17 years, we've made so many advancements. It's startling, really. I don't know, it's just, video games have come a long way from just being that kind of niche nerd thing that people did in their basements. Now it's a popular thing that nerds do in their basements. It's still progress. But yeah, those big guys with are their hammers or axes? Well, it's some kind of lethal bludgeoning instrument. They don't like to move once they've gotten into their spot, so as long as you know, don't waltz right up to them and you take them out from a distance, you'll be totally fine. No, that's an axe. Well, it looks like it could kind of double as a hammer. Like if you flipped the head around, that yellow part looks like it could be used to bludgeon something. Break some more boxes. Nope, I'm out of range. Here I'm not. Yeah, the blaster is probably the best weapon that you have initially. Like, in the first couple of planets. It allows you to attack from range, and all of your other weapons are not very good at that. Still better than the wrench, though, but... You know, if you're gonna try to hit something at a distance, the blaster is really your only choice right now. There we go. Ooh, I see something covered in a golden glow. That must mean it's important. You found the Suck Cannon. The Suck Cannon is a special prototype weapon originally designed by the Blarg. It combines two things that I particularly enjoy: recycling and homicide. The Suck Cannon's powerful reverse osmosis engine will allow you to suck in small enemies, then spit them back out at high velocity. Just hold down the circle button to vacuum up targets. Then, once you've got some targets in the barrel, press circle to spit them out. Unfortunately, the Suck Cannon can only hold 5 shots before you must fire them off. and you can only vacuum up small enemies. Larger enemies will only be mildly annoyed by the suck cannon. However, it's a good choice if you enjoy consuming your not consuming, if you prefer to conserve your ammunition, or if you're simply run out of it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess. No, we're not gonna buy any ammunition. We're cheap. That's about it in terms of what we can do on Planet Eudora. Yeah, it was relatively basic, but that's okay. So, now we're gonna head to the Blarg Station on Nebula G34. Let's see, I did found that, found those. Can't get that last one yet. Can't get that last one yet. Alright, cool. Onwards, then.